Hi, I'm Zordon, or Zordon of Eltar. Everyone knows me. I was the head Fordman of the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers from 9 between 93 YL to 9 between 97 YL. And everyone knows that at one time I fought Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa and Master Vile and Ivan Ooze, and I happen to have been a gathering of good friends known as Dulcia, Ninjor, Demetria, Keeper, Sir Queen Serenity, my wife, also Udana, Grand Keeper, the Holistic Knight, the King Dragon, who is also, and also let's not forget about who am I also leaving out? Bork the Conqueror, the Phantom Ranger, and also Princess Queenling Shayla, Mattis, just to name a lot of folks who I happen to be friends with. Now, I was happened to be fighting for good for many years, and in the beginning everything was good, and then one day I had over years started having fights with Ivan Ooze, which we were lucky enough to have beat Ivan Ooze, and then we gotten in hang-ups with Master Vile and also Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, and then hangs up with Queen Beryl. And since I was married to Queenling Serenity, we left. We had to leave Eltar, and then I was in a fight, and then Queen Beryl and Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa put me into a time warp, which I never ever could get out of. But luckily, my friends were able to craft a reckoner setup to keep me from falling into the other time. And then my wife, Serenity, gave up her life to send Queen Beryl and the Dark Kingdom away, and I gave up my last of my strength before I fell into the time warp to seal Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa away. And 9 between 93 YL, I crafted the Strength Keepers out of, and over time I took Jason and Tommy and Zach and Kimberly and Trini, and later on Tommy, and later on Rocky and Adam Aisha and Catherine, and later on I even took on and Tommy and Catherine and Tanya, and later on took on Dustin, and I oversaw Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and Turbo. Then I also took on oversee the Power Rangers Strength Keeper Board of Overseers. I was captured by Dark Spectre, Dark Fiend, whoever he was, and I gave up my life to stop the evil, by shifting folks like Zed and Rita and Divatox and Astronema back to being good. Now, a lot of folks also will ask me, well, if you and Queen Serenity happen to be husband and wife, does that mean you guess? I was the father of Queenling Serenity, also known as Serena, Sailor Moon, and that was where the hang-up happened, where the offshooting started between Queen Beryl fighting Queen Serenity and the Sailor Fighters, and then that also offshooted to Queen Beryl having Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa fight me and the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers. So yes, that did offshoot to that. And, so yeah. Now, a lot of folks ask me, they say, they go, Zordon, if Queen Beryl and Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa put you into that time warp or whatever, why did you never get out? I don't know. It was a strong spell that Queen Beryl and Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa casted on me. A strong spell that I never could get out of. And no need no need what, my wife Serenity, Queen Serenity, and Dulcea, Ninjor, and Auric, and the Solistic Knight, and Keeper, and Demetria, and Udana, and no need what, the Phantom Ranger, or King Dexon, or any of my good friends, seek to do, or Merrick, Mantis, no need what any of them could do or could not do. They couldn't get me out of the bind I was in. But luckily, they did set up a reckoner that would help keep me in this time, so I wouldn't go off to where I was going. Now, my wife, Sir Queen Serenity, and myself had been dealing with evildoers for some time. My wife, Queen Serenity, had dealings with Queen Helena, if they're saying her name right, and Queen Beryl. I had dealings with Ivan Ooze and Master Vile and Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa. Now, yeah, and where my wife, Queen Serenity, chose Serena and Amy and Ray and Lita and Mina and Izan, Amara, Michelle and Tessa and Ataru and Ernest and Calvin to be the sailor fighters. Well, they were reborn of sailor fighters in their past lives. I chose everyday man-like, woman-like beings to be the strength keepers. I chose Jason and Zach and Billy and Trini and Kimberly and Tommy after we got the spell off of him. And later on, when they had to leave, we chose Rocky and Aisha and Adam to take their steads. And when Kimberly left, I was after Jason and Zach and Trini left. And over time, we get Rocky and Aisha and Adam in. And then when Kimberly left, we had to get, Catherine in. And then when it was time for Aisha to leave, we brought in Tanya. And then when Rocky could no longer be a strength keeper anymore, we brought in Dustin. And then when I had to leave to take over overseeing Power Rangers Command, I had to bring in Dulcea. Now, there have been many over-forwardmen of the strength keepers over the years. Either it be me, Dulcea, Demetria, Queenling Shayla, which is also one of my good friends too. Also, Nami, Tommy Oliver. Well, actually, no, it's been myself, Demetria, Queenling Shayla. Well, actually, no, it'd be Astro, Leo Corporate, Queenling Shayla, Colonel Nami, Tommy Oliver. Later on, we had Andrew Hartford, Robert James. Who else did we have? Mentor Meg, Gaucher, who was one of my learners that I taught him. I forgot about Gaucher. I taught him. He was learning from me how it was to be a keeper of the earth. And also after Gaucher, we also had, Kendall Morgan, and then we had Merrick. Oh, I forgot we had Udana too. I forgot about her. But at the end of the day, I just want to say that I have always been truly happy that and I also know now we also have, what's his name? Zetro, who was actually the first Power Rangers were actually the Dino Charge, the Dino Fairy Strength Keepers, actually, since the Morphing Masters or the Shifting Teachers gave out them. But I got the coins from Dulcia Ninja a long time ago, so then I could make the other Power Rangers everyone knows of. I'm doing very well doing very well. Me and my wife Serenity are back together, and we are truly happy for all the good that not only the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers, but also what the Sailor Fighters have done too. You know? And all I do want to say now is thank you for watching this film, and you know, let the strength shield you. You know? And I gotta go now. Well, don't really know how to shut this off. Can anyone help me? Alpha, are you here? No, I don't got Alpha 5. I don't got Alpha 6. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. How do I shut this off?